Ahoy mates, I'm Zelonius, welcome to my den. Today we are playing very loud the test final revelation. Yes, you are going to suffer the loudness, I won't. Ha 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 ha. How wonderful I am. Yes, best boy ever. Anyway, so what is the test final revelation? In the previous two streams, or actually the previous 2 days streams, we played the previous 2 installation of this game, which is a semi-horror psychology test thingamajig. It's basically a psychology test +1. It costs $2 per game, or less than $6 if you buy all 3 of them plus 2 other games, which is very nice. Cheap. I like cheap games. What I don't like is that it's not really a game, it's kinda a multiple ending thingamajigs. I mean, calculating the results is basically the biggest thing that they had to do. Yes, I can speak occasionally. Anyway, so the calculation of the end results is what is actually a hard task with this game. Making the questions is not really. Now, the previous 2 questionnaires had these hidden messages inside the game. However, for me to record them, I'm actually not going to get that paper out of everything else. I wrote down the first and last letter of every question in columns, and the paper wasn't enough. So I'm not going to bother with it this time. They probably going to do the hidden messages once again. I don't find it necessarily important to find them, so I won't. But let's get into the fucking game that I'm talking about. So, before experiencing the test final revelations, it's highly recommended that you play this prequel, the test, and the test Hypothesis Rising. It is also recommended that you change the fucking volume of the game, because it's fucking loud. Am I loud enough? Am I louder than the game? Supposedly I am. Also, look into the abyss. Look into it. Game is stupid, by the way. You will stand to gain a lot more from this experience if you have the first 2 titles, and this examination will also make a bit more sense, as it carries on from where the last examinations left off. You said it in the previous title and it wasn't the case. It's kinda work as standalone installment as well. Anyway, I would like to urge you to go and play the test followed by the test Hypothesis Rising now before venturing forward, and follow the instructions listed through the games. As you will certainly get a bigger benefit overall by taking the test in order they were designed to be taken. No, the tests weren't designed to be taken in this specific order. The previous one didn't actually have anything else into it. I don't know if the game actually tracks your stuff. I don't think so. As in, I don't think if I gave answers in the first installment that differing from the second, because there was repeated questions. However, I think that these kind of just build upon each other, and the developers are telling you to buy their fucking games, so you're going to buy and play their goddamn games and give them money, which is important. It doesn't fucking increase your your experience with the game if you play the previous ones beforehand. I can speak normally sometimes. Would you like to close the... No. Well done, let us continue. Please make sure that you answer each question with the utmost honesty and you take your time to answer the questions presented. Even answering one question improperly might drastically change your outcome. You cannot go back to answer questions you misanswered. So be sure to take your time, this is of utmost importance. I forgot to make a review on the previous one, I just realized. When the sun comes crashing down, and the heroes fade away, when darkness is all around, and there is no light of day, I will come back for you, so that you may never feel alone. My spirit will push through, your heart will forever be my home. Ah! And when the world spirals into abyss, I will be standing there, your embrace so long I've missed. My soul, my love I bear. And when every nerve has left deadened, and every ghost has left its shell, I will bring you back to your heaven, as you rescued me from my hell. Ah! Yes, obligatory orgasmic noises. They are needed. Otherwise, you are not going to enjoy the experience. No matter what happens, I will always love you like the homosexual I am. Do you promise? With every ounce of my heart and each droplet of my soul, I swear to you and your genitals. We are going to find a way out of here. The testing room. And the third player, sorry, thingamajig appears. Destiny. So it was choice, fate, and destiny, by the by. I wasn't expecting you so soon. I thought I knew that one day we would meet in this room. You see closely, I've been watching you. You weren't. Nobody is watching me. I know for sure. Because I don't have any viewers, as you can see. Studying every breath and every move. A few of my former colleagues you may have met. On the slew of questions you have answered without regret. I may be similar, but unlike them still. I'll make you swallow the truth like a bitter pill. I will peel the motion from your soul, and make you eat your feelings whole. Oh, the questions I asked may be hard to answer, but I will cut the truth from you like a cancer. That's not how it works. Both of us know why you are here. To open up and cast out fear. To be as honest as you can. To make angel wings or devil's hand. And in the end, we will both know how to escape your undertow, which is a word I just made up to make a rhyme, bitch. Deal with it. Time is on your side, but mistakes are not. Misanswered questions lead to misery and rot. Take time to think before you decide. Dig deep for the answers that live inside. You may not go back, you may not return. Once a decision is made, into your soul it is birthed. I need water. But before we continue, just know this. Your dishonesty would be very remiss. Remiss, bitch, I cannot speak. If your answers lack the guidance of truth, then your final destination will be rather uncouth. So with that being said, I need your heart's honesty. You can run from yourself, but you can't run from me. This is so fucking cringe. Like, I know what you did there, but this is so shallow. Like, seriously, it just rhymes. It doesn't have any connection to itself. It just rhymes. You are just finding words that rhymes. It's rap. It's not music. It's rap. He's fucking doing rap battle. Even though I made it sound like proper poems, but that's just my service to this game, or at least the writer of this game. Yes, and I myself cannot do better, but at least I don't try. I say that first I did try a few times, but they turned out bad. I don't have scars, bitch. I am untouchable. Anyway, now let the examination begin. Do you ever feel like you just aren't good enough? Yeah, I sometimes feel like that I could do better, like right now. Do you ever feel like you put more effort into friends or relationships than others put back into you? That I actually don't feel. Do you ever feel like your life is going nowhere? Indeed, I do. Do you ever feel like you've been trapped in limbo? It kinda sounds the same, so yes. Do you ever feel overwhelmed by seemingly trivial tasks? No, seemingly trivial tasks I feel as actual trivial tasks. When a seemingly trivial task turns into be not a trivial task, I don't see it a trivial task anymore, and I retroactively change my thinking about it because I am a very adaptable person. Are you sometimes afraid of what your future may hold? Afraid? No. Would you consider yourself to be a good friend? I guess so, yeah. Are you afraid of death? Of course. Are you afraid of might come after death? No. Do you feel as though you are wanted in life? Wanted. As in, like legally speaking wanted? That I don't. Wanted emotionally? I guess my mother does. She would freak out really much if I just suddenly disappear, so yeah, I guess she wants me. Preferably not in the ass. Do you ever feel like you just don't belong? I mean, don't belong. As in, I don't have my groups. Actually, I should have creamed my hand. I know. Priorities. But I just noticed that my skin started to flake off. So I need to do the... how it's called in English? Rehydration. Hydrotai, yeah, bitch. Anyway, do I ever feel like I just don't belong? I mean, belonging is not a feeling, so not having the belonging cannot be a feeling either, at least for me. So I cannot really feel not belonging. If I think I don't belong, then where? That's again another thing that I don't think is something that would. Do you ever feel like a burden? To whom? No. I am definitely not a burden. I'm pulling my weight, or at least paying my weight until I can actually pull it. Yeah, I live with my parents, well, parent and grandmother, indeed. I'm also paying fucking rent and food and everything else. Have you ever felt left out? That I indeed felt. Have you ever felt like a failure? Of course, many times indeed. Have you ever felt like you just weren't attractive enough? I mean, I'm not necessarily Adonis, and if I start hitting on somebody with lower intelligence than fish, then they probably just going to up, down, turn into a zombie and start hitting my face. So, yeah. But yes, does indeed give me a feel of rejection slash feeling of rejection. Well, it is a feeling. It feels like a push in the chest. So that is indeed a feeling. And that is what I felt, so I guess that. Let's go with yes. Have you ever worked yourself sick? That is also a thing. Do you ever have racing thoughts at night that make it difficult to get to sleep? Indeed. Are you afraid to ask for help? No. Do you feel like people often criticize you? They do, and so do I. Do you ever feel judged by your friends or family? By them? I don't think so. Other people judge me, of course, a lot of times. But even my parents, who are bitching about parent and grandparent, bitching about me not having a job. Bitching as in asking me if I have found something and me not telling them that no I didn't. Or wait, I'm telling them that no I didn't, I'm not telling them that I haven't searched. It's so good that nobody speaks English in this house besides me. By the by. Why am I not telling them though? Very good question. Maybe because they will just try to force me into a position to actually take a goddamn job. Which I would need to, because they really don't have the... The problem if you lived long enough that you always look into the future. And whilst it's semi a good thing, it's also a bad thing because it makes you not really wanting to do not dangerous stuff on the stock market, what it's called. With high stakes. You are not really want to do high stakes stuff because you are afraid of losing. Not right, but the details. I am currently giving myself both time to fucking recuperate from the things that happened in the factory and also to work my skills up. Both as a content creator, which it's kinda happening with very slow baby steps that are kinda going backwards, but and the other thing that I want to improve in is my artistic skills. These are the things that I think I could use in the future to help myself get onto my feet. My family wouldn't say that. They are Eastern European, they are traditional, stuff like that. So the best case scenario in that case is me having a facade, kind of. A very transparent facade by the fucking by, but a facade nonetheless. But I don't think they judge me for it. They obviously want me to fucking contribute and shit, but judging is a harsh word and I don't think they do. Do you ever wonder what your purpose in life is in life? No, your purpose in life is nothing. You are a living creature in the world. You have no purpose unless you have purpose. Sorry, bad pun. Anywho, you don't have a purpose. You don't even have to have a purpose. You can just live your life as is. It's not going to make you depressed. It's not going to make you less of a human being. What is going to make you depressed and less of a human being is if you make yourself depressed, because you can placebo yourself into different emotional states, And if you do something that is make you drag, as long as you are not a drag, you are, even if you are not contributing to society, you are at least using your previous contributions. You know, like me. I'm not going to say that I'm a drag, because I am not. I help out. And I'm paying for my stuff. Now, granted, I'm paying basically with my future, because those savings are supposed to be for, you know, house. But considering the real estate situation in Hungary, no, that was never an option. Like, I need 20 mil to buy a house right now, a normal house, not a big one, you know, with a second story and 3 rooms each. No, normal 2-room house, bedroom, living room, or 2 bedrooms. Possibly with the toilet in the same fucking room with the bath. That's 20 mil. It goes lower if you go in Bamfaknover village, but in Bamfaknover village you're not going to have internet, or if you're going to have, that's going to be Dignet, and that sucks. You are constantly going to deal with stuff like no electricity, no water, no gas, no firewood. Just putting that out there. The village that I was in had a little bit of a firewood problem in one of the winters, because some bitch told us that no, you are not supposed to cut trees in the winter, because they were a stupid mayor. Anyway, yes, I'm going to press the thing. So yeah, you can get a house for like 5 mil, 10 mil on the outskirts, but they are going to be like that, and those houses are probably going to be like, you know, 30 to 50 years old. So it's more like a low initial cost and high maintenance. Now, about your savings. So, by basically having my food and everything else covered, I was able to save up 100,000 forints per month, which means 1.2 million forints per year. To just get to the point where I can take a loan for the house would mean I would need to save up for 10 years. In 10 years, the house is going to cost 30 mil. Or kinda like that. I'm basing this on that in 2010 you could buy a normal house in the city, any city, for 10 mil easy. A normal house. Even if it's like a apartment house in a high-rise building, aka, you know, everything on 10 or more floors. That was still possible, but now it's 20 mil. So it's either going to be 40 or at least 30 in 10 years time, possibly. So that means I would need to save up for another fucking 10 years, because guess what? Because some bitches decided that it's a good thing, payment haven't risen that much. Back in the day, 10 years beforehand, getting 150 was considered okay. That was the normal job payment. Now, if you get 150, that's still the normal job payment, but it's not considered okay, because you kind of don't have the ability to properly live by yourself. In that case, you need a spouse or something to live with, someone to live with. Which means that living conditions like having to live with somebody that you don't know beforehand moving to the apartment is a thing. And because of that, criminality has risen a little bit. A lot, actually. Anywho. So basically, long story short, if I would want to save up for a house, I would need to do it just to take a fucking loan forever. I would be around 40 or 50 when I can actually have enough money to fucking take a goddamn loan to buy a house. Hungarian real estate, everyone. Anyway, if you could turn back time for any reason, would you? Of course. Would you say that you have many regrets in life? Yes, that's why I want to turn back time, and also because of other reasons. Does meeting new people for the first time make you uncomfortable? Not really. Does looking out your window at night make you feel uneasy? No, I actually like looking out of my window at night because pretty lights. Do you sometimes double check that your doors are locked even though you are certain that you already locked them? Actually, yes, because even if I lock them, my grandmother might not after going out and taking care of the thing. So in that case, even if I'm certain that I lock them, I cannot be certain because somebody else could unlock them, so I guess no. Do you ever feel like life is moving too slow? No, I want more time. Do you ever feel like life is moving too fast? That, yes. Do you ever feel uncomfortable when you are home alone? Not really. Sometimes I don't even notice it. Would you consider yourself to be a truthful person? Yes. I think a lot. Would you consider yourself to be superficial? No. Do you ever judge others by the way they look or dress? I want to say no, but I do judge them a little bit on their dress choices. Like if you are a certain homosexual. Yeah, if you dress like homosexuals, I'm going to think you're a homosexual. If you dress like a tradition keeper, I will think of you as a tradition keeper. If you dress in military uniforms even though you are not part of the military, I will think of you as a fucking reactionary. And if you dress like police and you are not a police, I'm going to tell the police that you have dressed like police. So yes, I do indeed judge people just on their look. Because first impression is fucking look. Of course I dig deeper if I want to know their personality, for example, but if it's not needed, I don't do it. Like normal people. Would you consider yourself to be high maintenance? As I said previously, at least food and water wise, I'm high maintenance. Have you ever been bullied by someone you cared about? If I care about them, that's probably because they haven't bullied me. No. Have you ever been a bully to someone? Yes, I was. Do you try to keep a low profile to avoid attention from others while in a crowded area? Actually, no. Weirdly enough, I don't want to keep a low profile. I'm actually kinda high profile myself because my way of deterring threats is showing myself as one. So, no. Because the gypsies are not going to check out for, you know, the strong looking fellows who are making themselves look big. No, they are going to look for the guys who try to make a low profile, and they are intentionally seeking out low profile people, so your low profile means a target, not as a means of escape. So that's a no. Do you actively try to avoid busy places? I mean, I don't go out much. And I guess outside is busy, so yes. Would you sometimes rather be alone than surrounded by people you care about? No. I don't mind people who I care about. Like, I'm living with my fucking family. I like it sometimes when they are not around, especially when I'm, you know, jacking off and shit. But trading them out for loneliness? No. Or having wanting them to leave, that's also not a thing. It is kinda awkward when I have to do the deed and they are around. But I manage. I am low profile enough in that regard. So that's a no from me. Does making foam cars make you uncomfortable? Uncomfortable, no. What's the word for it? Not even nervous. Something starting with E or I, because English. E. Excited. In that case, that's actually an E because English. Excited, yes. That makes me not necessarily the good excited, but the, you know, something is going to happen thing, anticipation, stuff like that. But uncomfortable, no. In that case, I wouldn't fucking make calls. Are you sometimes afraid to confront people even when they do something that bothers you? No, I'm very easily bothered and confront. I'm very easily bothered and I confront people easily. I also get into fights easily. And I don't necessarily win all of them. Yeah. Do you feel uncomfortable when committing committing to definitive plans for the future? I haven't done that. Oh, definitive plans for the future, like preparing for TTRPG? No. That I actually enjoy. Do you ever feel like no matter how hard you try, you just can't seem to stay motivated? Yeah, motivation is kinda a problem. Well, was kinda a problem in the previous week because, you know, geopolitical stuff happened. Geopolitical stiffy I have, yes. So, a thing happened, and that made me very less demotivated for everything. As in everything. You know, like breathing and shit. Because what if I get fucking MLM striked because, I don't know, Borbán Zsiktor decides, they told to not get into fight, so I get into fight. I didn't forget word, I'm not a complete retardo. Honor, yes, honor. Indeed, I need to do the help, yes, and I get myself into MLRS strike range. So yeah, that was a little bit of disheartening, just say that. So indeed, I have ever felt like that. Do you ever fear that you are failing those who care about you most? That I don't, because I don't care. Does driving a vehicle give you anxiety? Does bicycle counts as vehicle? Because I haven't done. No. I actually did motor kerékpár, motor bicycle motor, yes. Electric motor bicycle thingamajig because my father once had it, and I think at least twice, unless I remember wrong, I have used it to move around in the village. Like going to my grandmother once, that I remember, and going to the CBA. Not supermarket because it's a very small market, but not even the convenience store because that's, well, for an American what I want to say is that the store that was in America would be considered a convenience store. However, in the Hungarian sense, convenience store is a small shit that can fit in my room, for example. So yeah, an American size convenience store. When I visited that, and I was very anxious about it because gypsies and they were there, and I had to do the chain thing, and actually wanted to tell them that if you touch it, I will saw your fucking leg off, and I actually had a knife out. As knife out as in, you know, sticking out of the pocket. That time. I don't know if I have actually confronted them, that's actually kind of fuzzy. But I remember their gaze upon both the vehicle and me. That was one of my fastest shopping experiences, by the way. So yeah, did it give me anxiety? No, I wouldn't say anxiety. It made me a little bit tight in the chest, but so did when I did the thing with the female. Yes, it kind of was the same feeling, just a little bit less intense. Okay, significantly less intense, but it was still a little bit intense. Yes. Anxiety, on the other hand, no, 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 no. Are you afraid of exploring new places by yourself? No. I actually like real life exploring. In-game exploring needs to be done correctly. Have you ever carried an object around that you made you feel more comfortable? I'm constantly having a blade here. Die. Like seriously, the only thing that I don't bring a fucking knife to is the toilet and the bath. Everywhere else I kinda carry it because even in my house I can be assaulted. And I'm not necessarily going to have the opportunity to get to a fucking weapon, so it's not a bad thing to have. So indeed, I am carrying things that make me comfortable. Does being around animals bring you a sense of peace? No, not necessarily, especially chickens. They are kinda loud. Do you sometimes believe your loved ones are lying to you when they say this? Say that they care. They never say that they care. Do you ever feel like you push your loved ones away? Sometimes, yes. Like when I blablabla. Music change. They said something, but I wasn't really paying attention because I was laughing and also low volume. I'm going to have to stop you here. The truth that pours forth is incredibly clear. I hope that you are honest for your own health. You can try to lie, but you will be cheating yourself. I'd like to move on to the next phase of the test. A series of pictures to give your brain a rest. You are going to tell me what emotional responses they bring out, which will show me what your mind is pondering about. So feast your eyes upon the art, and let me into that precious heart. For starters, what emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? Anger, depression, joy, chaos, relaxation, numbness. Well, it's not chaos, it's kinda a repeating pattern. Anger, no, that's bright and warm colors like red, orange, and yellow. Depression, possibly. To be honest, I'm looking at it and I don't feel anything, so I cannot really tell. And especially none of these. I mean, I could look at it and feel relaxed. What word do you feel describes this picture the best? Trapped, manic, broken, soulful, chaotic, beautiful. Either beautiful, broken, or soulful. Because I kinda think souls are this color. Even though I don't believe in them as in, you know, in fantasies. Does it seem broken? Well, it's repeating, so... not really. It is beautiful. But I think the soul is more important. What do you think this picture is called? Chaotic crystals, the portal, soul abduction, a mind of misery, celestial stare. No and no, soul abduction, the portal, or chaotic crystals. There is nothing chaotic about them, so either the portal or soul abduction. Soul abduction. Very interesting. Moving on. What emotion do you feel most present in this picture? Okay, this is kinda lethargic, cold colors. So it could be depression or numbness. Maybe even relaxation. But it's too jagged for that, actually. So either numbness or depression. Numbness I wouldn't say because, once again, it's too jagged. So I guess I go with depression with this one. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Stuck, abyss, toxic, determined, life, or exotic? Toxic actually sounds quite good. It's kinda has a lot of green and these pointy bits. What do you think this picture is called? Corruption wave, the birthing, blazing soul, destroy your sons, darkness within. Corruption wave actually sounds quite good for this. I see. Next we have this one. Jump scare. Ooh, nice. Anger, depression, joy, chaos, relaxation, or numbness. Once again, it's too repetitive to be chaos. It's kinda like a mirror. It's definitely not depression because it has warm colors. Nor numbness for that matter. None of these actually. Maybe joy. There is a thing in the middle. And it expands outwards, which is kinda. What word would you feel describe this picture bad? Glorious, twin, mirrored, space, planets, galactic. Mirrored is actually really good. So it's not necessarily mirrored. Twin is also a thing, but no, mirrored is better. What do you think this picture is called? The vault. Datacron. I see you. I think reflection of the universe is good because you know mirrors and shit. Noted. Take a look at this one. Ooh. I also see the mirroring in this one, but I think this is joy. This could be joy. Like it's a thing that you want to grasp. The light in the middle want you to see this. And heavenly is actually a good thing. Because bright, what do you think this picture is called? Light on the portal dimension door, stairway to heaven, the rabbit hole, stairway to heaven. Well, I see the stairs on the sides, so possibly. That's peculiar. How about this one? Where are your things? Ooh, this is actually very good at depression, but also numbness. It's kinda a pit. So either numbness or depression. And I would go for depression for this one really much. It's like literally a depression, it's a hole. What word we discovered? Eye, ring, abyssal, darkness, lightning, blazing. Abyssal. Kinda? Darkness? No. What do you think this picture is called? Rest of the darkness, the abyssal gaze, shrouded in the darkness for me. Abyssal gaze, I guess. I will make note of that. Yes, you will. And this here. Okay, this is chaos. This is chaotic as fuck. I mean, it has a center thing, but it's all over the place. Whatever do you describe this picture best? Mask, veiled, Cyclops, jungle, prismatic, shrouded. Cyclops is actually really good. What do you think this picture is called? Mind's Eye, Forest of Death, the Masking, Eye of Chaos, the Shining of Light. Eye of Chaos, yes. That is actually really good for this one. Now this one. That's a really weird thingamajig. Okay, anger, depression. Well, it's really bright and it's reaching outwards with its things, so it could be anger. And it looks like the galaxy behind is burning, so I guess I could go with anger with this one. What if what word would it blah, blah, blah? Okay. Planetary, choroid, bosoms, wing, feathers, heavenly. Actually collision. Kind of. Yeah. It looks like it collided. What do you think this picture is God? Growth seed, mother's nature gift, forming earth, we meet again, angelic touch. I guess we meet again. How about this? Ooh, this is anger. This is definitely anger. What word would you describe this? Fury, torment, volcano, brimstone, shattered world. Torment, no. That would be more inwards, this is outwards. Volcano, possibly. Brimstone, no. I don't see still. Shattered and fort, definitely. I would guess Fury is timing it better. Using the arcing blaze, the word breaks. Inferno gate, the shattering rage incarnate. Well, I don't see any proper rage thingamajigs like face, but if you want to make it faceless, which is a thing that you want with emotions, I guess I could have this as rage incarnate. That's interesting as you say that. Yes, I'm kind of trying to stay with the theme. How about this one? Ooh. That's numbness. Cyborg. Sorry, stick. Cyborg, no. Veil, maybe. Information, no. Analyzing, no. Monitoring, maybe. Because it's like an eye. What do you think this picture is called? Datasphere, thoughts provoked, incubation of dreams, matrix structure. Yeah. I will make note of that. Yes, you definitely will. Now this one. What emotion do you think is this picture? It's literally blowing up its chaos. But where do you feel this time this picture best? Ocean, sky, boom, destiny, warp, birth. Either warp or birth. Well, it's not really more warping than exploding, and exploding can be more birth. So I go with birth. What do you think this picture called? Birthplace of dreams, monolith, heart, endless sea, going down, ultraviolet. It's not ultraviolet, it's not going down, it's not endless sea. Monolith of... It's not really a monolith, birthplace of dreams, I guess. Interesting. Take a look at this. It's very far away, either relaxation. I would go for relaxation, it's kind of warm enough. What were the further service data broken eye disfigured arcade puzzle? Anarchy. No. Disfigured. No. Is it data? Not really. It's kinda like a path towards something. Actually, the broken is kinda okay with this. What do you think this picture Cypher? I broke. The crystal Pronar zone, Picasso face. No. Pronar zone, maybe crystal bells, maybe I broke you. Yeah, the flickering no. So either this game. I don't see an eye though. So crystal burst or Pronar zone. I don't see a plane. Crystal burst. Ha. We are almost done. What emotion do you feel the most present in this picture? This kind of depresses me. Or it could be numbness. It's more numbness. Like it's a bubble forming around you. Slime, vapor, melting, gloom, viscous. There is no bubble. I guess viscous, but no. Nothing also no. Vapor, no. That either slime or viscous. I'm going to go with slime. Why do you think this picture of the jaws of the planet Colorado forming dark light is sludge? Interesting choice. Let's see here. What emotion do you feel is most present with this picture? Anger! Or is it? Could it be joy? No. I kinda see the face with this one. And it's not a happy face. Or it's a happy face, but it's the crazy happy face, so it's definitely anger. What further would you describe this? Why am I reading those? Crown, sword, laser, sunlight, active, solstice. You like your sun motif now, don't you? But I see both the sword and the crown. However, I also see the eyes, so I think crown is better. What do you think? No, don't read those. Something about red angel, cerebral broken seal. Disintegration chamber. I guess red angel is fitting. Just a few more. As in how much actually. This could be joy. This looks nice. Bright. It has some warmth to it. It also looks precious. Like a thing. Cosmic sphere, beauty, pearl, gorgeous. Yeah, pearl. Because it's precious. But I think this spiral marble of time forms being higher intelligence, planar core. Marble of time? It doesn't look marble though. The marble can mean the different things, not just the actual marbles. Formalism being higher intelligence, no. Planar core, spiral world, or the planar core is actually like hot, so no. Marble of time or spiral world. Sorry, spiral world is just no. So marble of time, I guess. And that's surprising. Almost finished. What emotion do you feel? Relaxation. That is definitely relaxation. But no. Gasso, Scales, Warp, Wave, Nebula, Jungle. Neither. It's angular, dude. Neither of these. I guess either Wave or Nebula. Let's go with Wave. Though it's a little bit gaseous, so maybe Nebula. Yeah, Nebula. What do you think this picture is called? Vaporous forms, light breaking. Solar space, leaves up close, verdant path. Light breaking, that kind of sounds right. Very good, yes. Last one. Thank you. What emotion do you feel most present in this picture? Ooh. Once again, I think this is relaxation. There is a bubble around you. It's nice and cold. Not nice and cold, it's bright and cold. Music, core, voice, hollow, solitary void. Hollow, solitary void. No. Maybe void, but it's not empty. I guess music. It's definitely the core and doesn't seem like a voice because it has multiple voices. Sound of silence, empty word, warp tunnel. That's not empty. Warp tunnel maybe, not harmony, the static field. It doesn't seem static though, it looks like it's going around. So, notes of harmony. Yeah, I think about the blah, Vropsita. Your anthems have been documented as well. Deep into your subconscious they dwell. But I am not finished with you just yet. There are still more truths that have yet to be met. As a matter of fact, this is only the start. We will have a great deal of fun before we part. So let me change you on another level still. Challenge you on another level still. I will pick your brain until I get my fill. The next set of questions will test your conscience more. And again, your honesty, I do implore. Let us begin. Before that, still no viewers. Bye! View me! Also, it's just 1 hour in, so we have about the same time. Actually, we have as much time as it needs, but I would like if we could finish in an hour of time. Anyway, 1 year you're running late, running a little low on funds to purchase a present around the holidays, so you decide to spend $1 and get everyone your family a lottery ticket. $1 lottery ticket. No, even the cheapest one costs like 500 forints here. You give each of them their own lottery ticket and wish them the best of luck. I'm my aunt. The drawing is sad and one of your family members, it just hits the jackpot, but it's someone who you don't really get along with and just bought a present for out of moral obligation. They plan to keep the money all for themselves as they feel like it was their ticket. How does this make you feel? Angry. They should have shared the prize. Jealous. I regret buying them for a ticket. Happy. Good for them. I'm really glad they won. Indifferent. That's the way life goes sometimes. No, I would be angry, bitch. If we are relatives, you give some money to us. If I would get myself a jackpot, mother a house, grandmother a servant to do her stuff, brother house, either a job that I give himself from my company or just enough money that he doesn't need a job and do whatever he wants. My aunt paying for their house that they already own, and the boyfriend of my aunt, who actually is somebody that I fucking hate and has numerous times betrayed me, gets a car. My other grandmother that lives in the outskirts of the village can either live with us if we are okay with that, and she is going to be, you know, how should I say this? Not very combative, and also, once again, a servant to take care of her needs. Maybe even put her into one of those old people homes, which in Hungary is actually not a death sentence like in America and stuff shit. Usually that means you are going to have medical care all day long, and also you are going to be visited because in Hungary, ancestral, not necessarily worship, but reverence is a thing. So visiting your relatives, especially if they are older than you, is kind of feel like a social and moral obligation. That doesn't mean that people don't get lonely, but it's usually when they actually at home. Whilst in old people's home, they can at least talk with other old people and the staff. Usually. That's my experience with them, which is based upon a singular visit. Yeah. Anyway, so I would give everybody, just because everybody that I am in the familiar ties with, something of high value just because that they are my family members. My friends I would also possibly help, maybe with job opportunities in the company that I would make, or maybe job opportunities in-house. Maybe I'm going to make them one of the servants for my grandmothers, maybe. Or servant to myself, which is... My servants would be more like friends with benefits, as in friends with obligations, more like, I guess. not the high lord low servant, but more like help me keep track of my life kind of service. Stuff like that. Especially the ones that serve in the military would definitely get them a better job as security. So yeah, I would feel angry that they don't feel like me. Because they should be like me. Very well. And what would you wish to do in this situation? Try to steal the ticket for myself? No. Insert that? No. Get them killed? No. Let them be happy with their winnings. No, I would fucking confront them about it. Like, call them every kind of shithead. Why it's not an option? I wouldn't steal it, I wouldn't destroy it, it's wasteful. Also, I definitely wouldn't steal it because that's just stealing. They can get, they could actually call the law upon me on that. I would definitely not get them killed, even if I don't like them. Even if I want to kill them sometimes. So I guess let them be happy because that's one of the options that I'm close to. If the roles were reversed and you were given a winning lottery ticket, would you share the money with your least favorite family member who brought you the ticket in the first place? Of course. Yes, that's what I told you about before. Now you're walking through a forest and you come across a black suitcase. Inside there rests $1 million. Okay, I'm apparently either in the American forests or somebody left fucking dollars in Hungarian forests. Possibly the mafia. Alongside the money there lies a bloodstained note with only one word written on it. The note simply, don't. How does this make you feel? I'm about to be rich. And what would you wish to do in this situation? Grab the suitcase and run back to my car, which I apparently possess now. Take as much money as I could hold and leave the rest. Call the police and not know about the suitcase. Leave the suitcase and not there. So either of these. But the suitcase itself can be actually what size of suitcase, because I usually have a bag with me, as in not just you know, the side bag, but an actual bag inside of it. So if I really can, I think I could take a suitcase full of money on me, and that would be actually better. Because a suitcase can be rigged to, you know, have GPS coordinates and shit. If the note was uncovered in blood, would it change your decision at all? No. Interesting. The devil appears in your room at night while you are alone and just about to fall asleep and tells you that he has a special one-time offer for you. If it's a blowjob, I let him. In exchange for your soul and eternal damnation, he will let you choose from one of 3 glorious bargains. He has not told you what those bargains are yet. How does this make you feel? Very suspicious. The devil then goes on to assure you that whether or not you believe in him to truly be the devil he surely is, and to prove his point, he demonstrates magnificent magical prowess and drags you to hell for a split second before transporting you back to your bedroom. How does hell look like? In that second, you could feel a lifetime of pain and suffering in the most unimaginable ways possible. Then I will have the power to imagine them, and I become a god, basically. Then he goes on to tell you of his offers in exchange for your soul to see if you can strike a bargain. Which of these will you choose in exchange for soul, if any? All the wealth of power in the world, that's kinda cheap. You will never age, but you can still die from physical injury, that's bitch. You can bring one person back from the dead. These are all shit. Give me eternal. Sorry. Give me proper immortality. You bitch. Okay, never age. I could be a fucking vampire. Do I want to be a fucking vampire? Wealth doesn't fucking matter. I can gather that if I have all the fucking time in my life. Like, if I never age, that means I'm going to in this form, so I'm not going to get senile, so I can learn stuff. And that is the most important to fucking learn. I don't want to bring back anybody. I have people that I wouldn't want to bring about, not for my eternal damnation. So should I take the Never Age? Could I play into his bullshit? Fuck it. If I could have him, if I would suffer the pains never be imagined, then I could fucking imagine it afterwards. So, which means that I would get numb to it after a bit. So it's more like, yeah, I think I would take it. The devil, if the devil offered you a deal for of some other kind, would you accept it in exchange for eternal damnation? Depends. I see. Civilization is about to come to an end as plague sweeps the globe, turning everyone who perishes into mindless zombies who hunger for living flesh. I had that dream a few times. Yes. You watch as everyone you know becomes gravely ill and turns except for 5 of your closest friends and family. How does this make you feel? I wouldn't be excited, I think. I definitely would be scared. At least for a little bit I would be scared shitless that how the fuck we are going to survive this. If you know that the zombie apocalypse is coming in 10 years from now and you could prevent it from happening, would you? Yeah. Interesting. You've been working at a company for 10 years. Longest career ever. And you've been promoted, a very serious, important, and incredibly lucrative promotion. However, someone hired only a number of weeks ago has just been promoted to the position that you were promised. Your boss essentially tells you the tough luck and that maybe one day you'll get their position and that he had to promote the other employee as favor for a friend. How does this make you feel? Definitely angry. I'm an angry person. You also learned a few secrets about the company that would be disastrous if they were to escape, such as the fact that they haven't been properly reporting their income for the last decade. What would you wish to do with this situation? Threaten to report my boss for fraud. Quit my job and look for new employment? No, if I have shit or I'm using it, sabotage the new employee to get them fired. Nothing, you win, you lose. That too is literally the same. Either sabotage or threaten. Well, if I do the sabotage, they will have the position to remove me either way, so this could happen. So long term is to fucking threaten them, which is an iffy position. If they don't bite, then it's going to turn really, really bloody afterwards. At least on the lawyering front. If the roles were reversed and you were hired and promoted as a favor over someone more deserving, would you accept the position? I'm a bad person, sorry. I don't see myself as a bad person, but society would definitely. I mean, if they would be dangerous to me, like, I would know that somebody would do the same as I would in the situation observed. Then I guess I might not if the danger is high enough. But if I can just get a job as a thing, I will. Yes, I would like if that wouldn't be the case in the world. It's a very bad thing. But I'm not going to look an opportunity in the face and not accept it. You are home alone at night, cooking food in your kitchen, and you turn around to realize that someone is watching you through your window in the darkness. Is it a bet? They sometimes do that. They have their face and hands pressed up against the window, and they make direct eye contact with you before turning and running out of sight around the other side of the house. How does do make you feel? Scared, anxious, secure? I'm ready to handle whatever is coming. I need my family to be okay. And what do you think you do in this situation? Lock the doors. Not go to the neighbors, run out the house with whatever the weapon I grab, and start screaming like I'm actually worse than them. Actually, grab a weapon, lock the fucking doors, call the police. Actually, no. Grab a weapon, check if everybody is safe. Lock the doors, run out of the house, lock the doors, call the police, whilst running preferably towards the thing. Actually, that's not enough action points. Okay, in that case. Reach for the nearest weapon and yell out, is everybody okay? If I don't hear anything, then I'm going to check. If I hear them saying okay, out the fucking door, lock it from outside, check around the house if they are outside, and if they are a scary monster that can rip me apart in seconds, rip. Otherwise, I would definitely grab a weapon. If the face you saw in the window was a face of a supernatural entity and not of a human, would your answers change at all? Not really. Threat is threat. I'm going to present you with some more potential scenarios, but I'm going to ask you for more simplistic answers as a result. Here we go. You are not feeling all too well, so you decide to go to the doctor. The doctor runs a series of tests and gets back to you shortly after to announce some great news. It turns out that you contracted an incredibly rare illness and there is currently no cure for. This illness causes complete body paralysis within 6 months of contraction, meaning that in less than half a year from now, you will rendered unable to move, blink, talk, or any form of expression whatsoever. You will need to be kept alive in a feeding tube, and you will never be able to communicate with anyone else ever again. You will just be kept alive on machines in a vegetative state. Would you want to be kept alive in that state, or would you rather have the plug pulled when that happens? We are living in Hungary. My family couldn't support me on the machine, so pull the fucking plug. How would you like to spend the last 6 months of your life while still mobile? Spending it with friends and family, pursuing all the dreams I hadn't yet accomplished, making the world a better place where I can go. I'd wallow in self-pity and probably want to die. No. I would be very selfish and I would do stuff that I want. I guess that's the case. There are diseases out there that can be put in that sort of there are diseases out there that can put you in that sort of unfortunate situation. Does knowing this motivate you to do things you never done before and pursue more from life, or do you feel relatively affected by the knowledge that this could potentially happen to you at any point in time? No, it doesn't affect me. Noted. You have a pet dog whom you raised since its birth. 3 years have passed and it's the best dog you ever had. PTSD intensifies. You love it like it's your own child, and one day he runs away in the middle of the night, chasing after a wild animal in the darkness. My dog learned how to run and is going after bats. My dog learned how to fly, sorry. You search everywhere for your dog, but no matter what you do, you can't seem to make any progress. About a month passes and you still haven't seen any trace of your four-legged friend, until one morning you awaken to the sound of a familiar barking. You rush outside to find that your elderly neighbor in his late 80s is out in the front lawn, joyously playing with your dog. He has named the beast Johnny, and they... Fuck you call them fucking Bill or something, and they both seem to be having the time of their lives. You rush over there and hug your dog. He instantly licks your face, and Abel says, "John is a good boy, isn't he? I lost him when I was just a boy about your age, but he has come back. Johnny has come back, and we are together again." Come to find out, your elderly neighbor is suffering from dementia, recently brought on by the stress and heartache of losing his wife just a couple of months prior to finding your dog. The dementia has caused him to believe that your dog Johnny is his old dog from his childhood coming back into his life to make him happy and keep him company. The dog seems to be in great shape, very happy, and be looked after. You know, telling the old man that it isn't really his dog, that his dog, it's your dog, would break his heart and crush him. Would you break the news to him that it isn't his dog and take Johnny home with you, or would you let him keep the dog and choose to visit him daily to play with him? I would let the old man keep the fucking dog if I can just fucking finish it. Like, literally, they are offering me my dog free food, free shelter, possibly free medicine if I actually note them that dogs need that. I'm going to fucking exploit that old motherfucker. Does this story make you sad at all? Nah, that actually makes me shrewd. Can you imagine yourself in the old man's position, being so alone in your life and finding one thing that makes you feel less alone and potentially having to face it being ripped away from you once again? I can very easily imagine that. I need to get into my fucking things, memories. Though very back then when I was a kid and was very naive and stuff like that. So indeed I can. Next question. Let's say that you were viciously murdered by a serial killer. You fell for one of their traps as they lured you in and made you their latest victim. Now let's say that you are given a unique opportunity in the afterlife as you return as a spirit to roam the earth. However, you are bound to two potential options and only two. You can either choose to hunt your assailant and make his life miserable, hopefully foiling his plans to kill in the future and potentially save lives in the process, or you can choose to spend your time as a spirit amongst your still living family and friends, guiding them in positive ways and making their lives better. You are bound to whichever option you choose until either your family and friends are no longer living or your killer is no longer living. You cannot choose both. Which one would you choose? Friends and family, that's kind of the guardian spirit thing. That is, my mother actually believes in that. Do you think you have that what it takes inside to drive your killer insane and push him over the edge? Yes, I have! Do you believe that this scenario is possible? Definitely no. If this situation happened to a friend or a family member and they were viciously killed, which situation would you rather them choose? I go after the killer, don't worry. Go with your family. Next question. One night you go to sleep and get a good rest that feels like the best sleep you ever had. You wake up in an unfamiliar room, in an unfamiliar bed. You look into the mirror and you hardly recognize yourself. You look as though you aged 20 years. There is a sticky note on the television screen that says press to play. I know what this situation is going to. So you oblige the note and hit the play button to read a message that has been left for you by all your friends and family that are still alive and well, though they all seem to be 20 years older as well. They'll explain to you that every single day for the last 20 years you repeated the same day over and over again. Due to the severe head injury, your memory doesn't last more than 24 hours, so each day when you sleep, our recollection of what took place 24 hours prior, which is actually not 24 hours, it's like 16, is entirely wiped. I'm pressing the thing. Oh, I'm pressing that thing. Your loved ones have made a video for you to let you have a say in your potential future. You have the option to either watch this video every single day so you know what's going on and can continue to progress your life even though you won't have any recollection of it, or you can choose to continue living as you have been, repeating the same day over and over. That just sounds stupid. I'd watch the video. Would you be upset if your family kept the truth from you for 20 years even though they felt like it was for your own good? Yes. If your best friends was in the situation, would you make a video for them telling them the truth, or would you repeat every day exactly the same for them in order to keep them happy, never letting them know the truth? I would make the video. I will take note of your answer. Through frantic digging in the attic. Through frantic digging in the attic, reading old files and newspaper articles, you come to find your parents are famed psychologists. Okay, you also come to find that they aren't really your parents. In fact, they are not even related to you at all. From what you can gather through your new discoveries, a story tells of a young child who developed psychotic tendencies and went into a trance before murdering their parents in a tragically brutal way. Ooh! However, the child suffers so much trauma from the event of the loss of their parents, which they induced. Once the trance had worn off, that they repressed the memories of their parents' deaths, blocking it completely from their mind. Two psychologists took the child into treatment and performed studies against the child's knowledge, raising that child to be fully functional adult while playing the role of the child's real parents to further gather data and potentially help the child avoid a terrible life in the process. You are the child. Would you resent your would-be parents? No. They helped. Would you be grateful that they gave you a second chance of life? Of course. Would you feel betrayed by the secret they kept from you? No, it was for my own good. And if they wouldn't tell me, that would have been very, very bad for them. But I found out, so they can rest easy. I'm not going to murder them now. Would you confront them about the articles you found? Hey, look at that this way. At least you get to practice your English a lot. Hi, Bal. Long time no see. Welcome to the den and welcome to the test. We are doing psychology. Yay. And yeah, I am definitely practicing my English a lot with this. Also, my throat is getting parched with every fucking sentence, so it's an exchange. Back to the game though. Would you confront them about the articles you found? Yes, I would definitely. Not my usual streaming time. Yes, I had a stream beforehand. I was streaming Dying Light. And because I found this game, I wanted to stream it as well. It's very short. I can do it one stream at a time, each game. I have 5 of them. 3 of them, 2 of them I already done. This is the third. 2 of them are left. And I'm doing bonus streams because of that. And it's because Dying Light is a very long fucking game. Took me like 90 goddamn hours to do it beforehand, and I wasn't streaming that time, so I wasn't wasting time talking to people. And thus I think finishing Dying Light would take me like 50 more episodes. And I didn't want to wait that much amount to play with this, so here we are, bonus streams. Anyway, yes, I would confront them about that. If you were in their position, would you do the same for a child in a similar situation? Of course I would. I really can't watch scary games, so sorry. Is Dying Light scary? Like, they scream a lot, that's true. But it's kinda dumb if you ask me. This could be scarier, like the previous one actually had some jump scares in it. Kind of, maybe. Maybe kind of. But yeah. It's supposedly horror, it's not. Anyway, interesting. I have one final scenario for you before we move on. The end of the world has come and gone. All that is left are post-apocalyptic soldiers roaming the lands, combing through towns and laying waste to any survivors in their path in hopes of claiming their equipment for themselves in order to survive the harsh, barren wasteland known as planet Earth. You get in good with large colony of soldiers. You get in a good relationship with a large colony of soldiers and spend about 6 months with them before they decide that you are not pulling your weight. In order to save the very few food rations they have left, they exile you from the compound and send you out to fend for yourself. You decide to venture into a neighboring town in hopes of finding food that was left behind by raiders. It only takes about a day and a half before you strike gold. A hidden underground bunker stockpiled to the brim with enough food to feed an entire colony for a year. That entire colony for a year, let's say that colony consists of 50 people. That means 50 years for me. Yeah, I'm not bringing it back to them. Now you have a few choices to make. Would you go back to the colony and tell them about the bunker, or would you stay in the bunker and all by yourself? Sorry, boo. You decided that I didn't pull enough weight, which, I mean, I'm kind of hard worker, especially in pressured environment, which I would consider the post-apocalyptic wasteland of our previous nation. A very stressful environment indeed. So I think I would pull quite a lot of weight. I would definitely know how to fucking defend ourselves. I will know how to fight, and I kind of know. I'm not going to say a lot of crafting, but I know quite a lot. No, that's literally the same. I don't know a lot of crafting, but I know a moderate amount. There is like a bunch of handmade shit in the nightstand beside my bed. I made those. I can also make a ship out of random materials, mainly trash, but also wood and reeds bundled together to form a proper vessel. I also know how to build like clay houses and shit. So yeah, if they decide that I didn't pull enough weight, then they are stupid, and fuck them. Yeah, stay in bunker, fuck them. Let them get eaten by zombies. Okay, that last one, no, fend for themselves just as they wished upon me. I'm going to live my life happily in that fucking bunker. If you could choose to only tell some of the soldiers about the bunker and let them in so you could lead a new colony, but exile the soldiers who exiled you, would you do it? Nope. I mean, depends. Are those soldiers really my friends? They let me go to exile, though depending on the size of the colony, they might have not much choice. Am I fucking any of those soldiers? Yeah. We are on the same fucking page. I would be very selective, but I think I would take some retinue with me, yes. If you were to lead a new colony, would you build it based on savagery and raiding, or would you build it based on sharing and compassion? I would build it on shrewdness and fucking surviving in the goddamn wasteland. I wouldn't be savage, I wouldn't seek out confrontation just for the sake of it, nor would I seek out confrontation just to take supplies for ourselves, unless we are in literally the brink of starvation. But we would not be pansies, that's definitely, and we would definitely not be compassionate. If other people are on tough luck, we are not there to help them. Sorry, we are here to help ourselves. And if they can pull their own weight, I guess they could join, but then again, we are in the same situation, telling who is pulling their weight and who is not. But yeah, savagery, raiding, that's definitely not going to happen. No sharing and compassion, but that's closer to the silver line. Silver lining? No, the gray line that I'm actually going towards. I have a big spot that went down because water doesn't stay mouth. Yes. English, very good. If you were the leader of the colony that exiled you, except it was you who exiled someone else who wasn't pulling their weight, I know where this is going. And that person just happened to find themselves in a similar situation where they found a jackpot worth of food in an underground bunker, but they refused to share with you and the colony. Would you raid them and steal it for yourself, or would you let them keep what they found? No, I wouldn't raid them. Unless I literally need that food to survive, I wouldn't. I literally told them to fend for themselves, and they found a way to fend for themselves. They could be an ally afterwards, to be perfectly honest. Very interesting. Well, that wraps up this portion of the test. Raid. No raid. No. But I need more from you before I allow you to rest. More like Lucky Bastard singular. A choice here. A choice there. Which would you rather... moral dilemmas about from what I can gather. And you will answer clearly, crisp and concise. Will you be selfish? Or is your conscience a vice? In just mere moments from now, we both shall see. The difference between you, who you are, and who you wish to be. Let us begin. Ooh, scary noises. Would you rather abandon the person you love most or be abandoned the person you love most? I guess the latter. I don't like abandonment from my part. I can take it. It has happened a lot. It would be less of a damage overall. Would you rather have friends in high places who could get you anything you wanted but didn't necessarily care about you, or friends who couldn't give you anything but they feel a deep personal bond with you? Can I have both? Or a good balance? Sorry. So this is like a cosmopolitan, are you a bitch psycho test or something? Kind of. Like, it's more based on actual psychology than most tests I saw. Mainly because most tests are just passion projects made by people who think they know about humanity but actually don't. Or psychology for that matter. Stay like that, headset. I think they either have like a psychology degree or at least looked into the subject real deep. Sadly, it costs money, so yeah. But I think it's a good ride. Anyway, I think I would go for friends with high places because opportunities in life or happiness, I choose opportunities. Would you rather find 10,000 bucks and get to keep it for yourself, or find 20,000 and have to split it 4 ways with your closest friends and family? 20,000! We are going to make a big thing called company. Yes. We would make a company, even if they don't want to, because I am very good at making people think the way I want to. It usually involves hard objects and boot holes. So yes. Would you rather cheat on your partner but never get caught, or know that your partner cheated on you but have no way of proving it? I don't need to have a way to fucking prove it. I would just fucking do the thing. Also, I don't like cheating in general, especially by myself. Would you rather get rich through illegal means or be poor but live an honest life? I wanna be rich. Sorry. What's an honest life? Seriously. What's it worth? I say that whilst I actually have had a policeman in the family, namely my father. Rest in peace. And he made me very not justice oriented, but justice conscious. And because of that, I how should I say? I have a good look at this whole illegal bullshittery, and I mainly know the risks. And because of that, I don't really want to do them. However, if I could actually get fucking rich, like seriously rich, then that's literally a bar from you actually getting into fucking jail for properly. You have the opportunity to bribe the proper people, and they always bribable, don't worry. They obviously have their price, but if you can pay it, you will. And yeah, as a rich person, you just literally have more opportunities, even if it's by illegal means. You could be the head of mafia and nobody could do anything about you because you just made the system play itself. Anyway, would you rather press a button that would kill your favorite pet or press a button that would kill your favorite family member? Pet! I can get a new dog, I cannot get a new parent. Not necessarily stupid. I mean, if you don't have a notion behind them, if you don't know how to use the data that comes from them, they are indeed stupid, but so is the whole questionnaire. However, if you can use the data to actually make a psychological assessment of the person's psyche, then they are not stupid. You can get away with very stupid sounding questions that actually make you show yourself. Because if you are more concentrating on the question being stupid, then you are more prone to actually showing your true colors. Anyway, would you rather get fired from a high-paying job or have to fire your friends from a high-paid job? I want to fucking keep my job, thank you very much. Would you rather sleep with your step-sibling or sleep with your best friend's partner? Sleep as in within the same bed or as in, you know... Because if it's... then say that! Step-sibling. Who is my step-sibling? No names, but I remember them. Wait, no, they are my cousins. Who are my... do I have step-siblings? Fuck. If I do, I would possibly not know about them, so... incest... yeah, normally you would have that choice, but you know, when you are in the question and you are given two choices, you are taking the two choices. Bitching about you always have a different option is just going against the notion of the whole process, if that comes to you. But yeah, sometimes even this kind of questions can get stupid. sometimes. Like previously, when there is the option of choosing how to act when somebody is like this on your window and they pull the fuck away. They opted to give you a weapon and prepare for stuff, check on your siblings, your loved ones, go out and call the neighbors, or call the police and lock the doors. Like, there is no option to just go out and pursue the fucker. But that's what I'm talking about. Just going about how realistic the question is, but how realistic the question is not real issue here. I cannot fucking express myself. No problem, I will try anyway. So, the questions are not meant to be realistic, they meant to show your psyche. Obviously, because of that, they are going to be unrealistic sometimes or even most times. Because the job is not to make you a realistic situation and feel immersed. The job is to get you react in a manner that is not instinctual, but kinda like instinctual. Like, you actually think about it, what should I do, and you are going to put your thought process out, especially if they ask you so. Like I do right now, sometimes. Anyway, back to the questionnaire. Incest! Would you rather save your best friend from a certain death and let 1,000 strangers die, or other way around? Fuck the 1,000 strangers. I'd like proper allies. Would you rather get free food for the rest of your life or rescue a starving child from a third world country? Free food! Fuck the youth. Fuck the Ethiopians. Ethiops. Would you rather be rich but without family, or poor with family? Rich, no family. Would you rather have to steal food from the rest of your life in order to eat, or steal enormous amounts of money from the wealthy but have to destroy the money immediately after? I'd rather do a heist. Would you rather serve 4 years in the military during wartime, or move to a third world country and never be allowed to return home? Serve my country. Like, literally, there is a thing happening. No, I'm not going to let you geolocate me. No, I'm not going to show where the thing is going on. No, it's that way. But yeah, if shit happens to my country, I'm serving it. No, question is how am I going to serve it? Because let's just say that if Victor Vorban is doing a stupid one and gets us into a war that is A, unwinnable, B, is stupid, 3, C, is getting a lot of us killed, Victor Vorban is going to die soon, because they just gave me a fucking weapon. Or at least I would try. I would possibly not be able to do it, but I would definitely try. Would you rather always be traveling 10 miles above the speed limit, or 10 miles per hour below the speed limit? I like slowness. Would you rather never have sex so for the remainder of your life, or have to sesso every day in order to stay alive? I would be a incubus in that case. I mean, I'm kind of doing something daily that is similar, so it wouldn't be a difference. This is like terrorist recruiting tool, you know. A terrorist recruiting tool would try to radicalize you. They wouldn't actually ask you questions, but they might ask you questions, but not in the notion of you actually answering them, but you make you think, and think what they want you to think. Agitation, emotional speech, disinformation. These are the use. These are the tools for terrorists to recruit new blood into their ranks. This kind of shit, nah. It's not even close. Would you rather be addicted to hardcore drugs for 10 years but make a full recovery, or addicted to alcohol for the rest of your life? I like neither. And I definitely wouldn't want to fucking consume alcohol for fucking the entirety of my life. So I'd rather go for the hardcore drugs instead. The 10 years is possibly taking away another 10 years, but I'm 25. So I have my life ahead of me. So relax. Would you rather blow yourself to save your sister, or fuck her to save your family? I would just blow myself to see if I can do it. Not even lying. If with my shitty back I could do that, I would definitely do it just for shits and giggles. Would you rather live to be 200 years old in a perfectly preserved, youthful body and have to watch your friends and family die around you, or live to be 70 but die before your friends and family? I wanna be a vampire, thank you. Like the opportunities you get with not necessarily immortality but longevity. Like within 200 years you could learn all sorts of stuff. Anyway, would you rather sacrifice all of your friends in order to survive, or sacrifice both of your parents? Not both of my parents, not anymore. Nah. Mom over friends. She's just literally worth more. Friends, family. Very easily see step. Would you rather get acknowledged for work that you didn't do, or work hard for the rest of your life but not receive any praise for it? Give me praise. Would you rather punch a nun or get punched by a nun? The third installment must have this bullshit nun thing. But at least I can use the same thumbnail as before, so for the YouTube video, I mean. By the way, Bal, check out my YouTube videos, same name as this one, Den of Zolanius. All of my Twitch VODs are in there, so if you missed something, you can check it. Yay. Anyway. I'd rather get punched by a nun because I don't give a fuck about it. Would you rather lose all of the money you earned this year, or lose all of the memories you gained this year? Trick question. I didn't earn any money this year. I haven't earned any money since October last year. Well. I don't have a job. Anyway. Would you rather flip a coin for a chance to win $20 or immediately win 10? Safer option. Would you rather know how you die or know when you'll die? I would like to know when, please. That's more important. Would you rather be blind but be able to see crystal clear underwater or be deaf always? Trick question! I can put water into goggles, put it on my eye, and I can see. Ha! Fuck you! Blind except for underwater. uh, Would you rather give up all internet and social media but be able to travel the world for free, or have the best internet in the world for free but never leave your house? I'd never leave my house anyways. I haven't left my country, and unless for school trips, I haven't left my home either. Sorry, my hometown. Either my home village or my home city. Depends on the time. To go anywhere. So internet, please. Would you rather walk barefoot across a bed of hot coals, or walk barefoot through a pitch black snake infested corridor? What kind of snakes? Because if they are the stupid river snakes we have in Hungary, they can bite me all they want. They have this small head, they are not poisonous, so depends. They didn't say it's poisonous, so bite me. Where you are from? Hungary! And I currently live in the capital, by the by. Capital city of Budapest. Have fun finding me from the 2 million residents. Anyhow, would you rather be the judge who sentences people to death, or the executioner in charge of killing them? Easily. I will be the executioner. I like that job, actually. It just go beep. Oh wait, I guess they mean like electric chair. Well, I can go back now. Because killing somebody with an electric chair is kinda worse than most other stuff. It's like a shorter version of getting burned to death. The other option is getting them the syringe, which I wouldn't do. Give me a fucking sword to chop their heads off. Anyway, would you rather have a witch cast a nasty hex on you so you'll always have bad luck, or be haunted by a demon intent on possessing you? Give me companionship. Seriously, give me somebody to talk to all day. I'm alone. Anyway. Would you rather be married to someone incredibly beautiful who don't find you attractive, or be married to someone whom you are not even remotely attracted to, but they find you incredibly attractive? If they find this incredibly attractive, especially my nipples, there is something wrong with them. But would they leave? Could they leave, actually? Not the would, could. Because if in certain Arabian countries, they can't. That's Google Translate. Osszó, jó napot kívánok önnek is! Üdvözlöm a csatornámon! Örülök neki, hogy kommunikálhatok önnel a saját nyelvemen, amit egyébként nem tudok hasonlóan beszélni, ugyanis úgy általánosan szar a beszédkészségem. Stick to English. Anyway, I think I'm going for the attracted because I am the selfish. I mean, finding somebody attractive is not necessarily the word for somebody else. uh, Hi, Serbian, Kosovo. Wait, are you the one? Yeah, you are the ones that think Kosovo doesn't exist. Kosovo is a country. Yeah, it's the Serbs. I always mistake Serbs with Slovaks because they start with S. And also because I continuously call Slovaks toads because that's the Hungarian name for them. Anyway, beep. Would you rather work a high paying job that you despise or a low paying job that you love doing? Can I live off of that low paying job? Because I would rather have the low paying job that I actually love doing. Since if you do something that you fucking despise for a long time, you get mental illnesses. And I don't want to have that. So as long as they pay for my, stuff, rent, food, stuff, something that I love doing would be better. Like, content creation. Would you rather walk 1 mile home wearing nothing but a pair of socks or be fully clothed but have to walk 100 miles to get home? Once? 100 miles, definitely. A mile is like less of a kilometer, and I could walk that. Usual walking speed is like 10 kilometer per hour, if I remember correctly. It could be different for me because I am a slow walker still. I could do that trip within a day. And I think I actually did that once. Back in the day when I was in grade school, uh, either 6th or 7th grade, that I don't remember properly. We went on a trip, and it was like a very long fucking walking trip. Not on the mountains, it was in a semi-hilly region, but it was long. I don't know how much distance we made, but if I survive that, I could think I can survive 100 miles. Also, 10 miles or 1 mile, how much a mile is? Like 900 meters. I think that would be maybe possibly from the bus stop that I went to every day when I was working to back home naked. I mean, I myself wouldn't mind, the police would, so nah. We are south from you. Slovaks are we are south from you. Passy. Slovaks are to the right, but never mind that. Top. Actually. Those are the Slovenes, I think, that are to the right. Yeah, Slovenia. And yes, Kosovo is a country for people who live in there, and a failed country for the rest of the Liechtenstein 2.0. Anyway, would you rather find $5 in your pocket or have to grab 100 out of a public toilet? I have no qualms about reaching into shit. I was a village boy. I occasionally, not always, like some people present it, occasionally had to go into the chicken coop and get the poop out of there. And sometimes there was thing in the poop that was later reusable. Like when my father decided that it would be a very nice thing to drop the pig cutting knife in the fucking shit pile, forget about it because he was like that. And then me finding it in the fucking shit pile. Yeah. That was really nice. Uh, Also, when I occasionally dropped stuff into the not cistern, the hole that had our shit in it, literally, and I dropped stuff in there, I had to fish them out. So yeah, I don't have qualms about getting the $100 out of a public toilet. To be perfectly honest, I wouldn't even care if that public toilet is in use if I see a $100 bill between their legs in my hand goes. Ay, ay, ay. Would you rather have 100 of your favorite books but never watch a movie again, or have 100 of your favorite movies but never read a book again? Books, please. Would you rather always be 20 minutes late to everything or 2 hours early to everything? 2 hours early. I need time to set up my firing line. Would you rather find a dead body or be witness to a deadly assault? Later, I could at least, pursue the assaulter. So let's go with that. Change my past or look into the future? Very good question. Not just because it makes me think, but also from an analytical standpoint, it is actually checking if I have more connection to the past, if I have regrets, or if I'm insecure about my future. That's what it's checking, by the way. So not a stupid question. And what is the answer for that? I think future. I can deal with my current past. What would I definitely check in the future is what are going to be the lottery tickets, lottery numbers. Would you rather have one really great friend or 100 mediocre friends? Quality over quantity. Well, you see, mediocre friends mean that they might just do stuff that is low expenditure for them, and they would definitely receive high expenditure stuff from me, so that's not necessarily a good thing. And if I would have a great friend, I could have him or her as my accomplice. Yes. Yeah. I would rather have an accomplice, indeed. Well, if it is online, there will be a very, very angry boy. Though, to be perfectly honest, they kinda seems, how it's called, consistent. Like, there were 2 more episodes before this, and they are kinda gradually doing the psychoanalysis thing. They also have repeating questions, and they might even go back and check it if we are doing inconsistent answers. But that might not be the case. It actually needs a lot of coding for that. It definitely doesn't build up on the previous ones, but they kinda ask different things in different places. Also, weirdly enough, this game currently has not did the jump scare. The previous 2 did. They were actually kinda horror-like. Like trying to convince you that whilst you are doing the questionnaire, somebody is in your room and shit. This one is just asking me stuff. I don't mind per se, I'm just putting this out. So, Would you lose? Would you rather lose all your teeth or lose one day of your life every time you kiss someone? I can live without kisses. Would you rather win the lottery and lose the ticket before you can collect your money, or see your worst enemy win the lottery? Fuck my worst enemy. Wait, win the lottery and lose the ticket. That's stupid. Anyway, I could do that. Would you rather find true love or have your dream job? Well, you see, job is, even though it lasts for a long time, it's not eternal. You can kinda live as much as your spouse. So, companionship, please. Would you rather have a pause button for life or a rewind button? Rewind is more useful. Oh, wait, pause. But pause button, can I do stuff whilst I'm in pause button? Because if I can, there are opportunities. Like, you know, go near the fucking guy that I want to do paprika to. Stop the time, do the paprika to him, get the fuck away, and they don't know who did the paprika to guy. So they can never find me. Rewind button lets me correct my mistakes. Whilst with pause, I can act upon them. So I'm going to go with the pause one. Would you rather drown to death in gasoline or be boiled to death in water? And neither are good. Like, actually getting drowned is a very strong burning sensation in your chest. Speaking from experience. Also, if you don't actually fucking die, the thing that is making your chest burn needs to get out really fucking fast, which also hurts. You're also going to be gasping for air for a way longer time than you think. Your lung is going to be on low capacity and you're going to cough for a very long time because there are going to be pockets of liquid still in your lung and they are going to irritate it. However, I know that getting boiled alive is fucking terrible. That is like getting burned alive but slower. Also, it gets to your organs slower as well. Because there is a worse medium like plasma, okay? And it's not just plasma, but you know, flames are actually a very good thing to transfer heat. Water is also good, but not as good as that. So I guess I'm gonna go the drown route. Would you rather make a new friend every day or get 100 a day for doing nothing but never have friends again? Wait, 100 a day, $100 a day. That's 3,000 bucks a month. That's 6 times my fucking wage. Well, but my wage was. Fuck friends! Literally. Would you rather die to save your family or sacrifice your family to save yourself? Depends. Like my current family, my mother is a very maybe. Everyone else is a very hardly said no. It is question, would you rather stay in the moment or live the moment? And the gasoline question told you this looks more and more like a recruiting platform or something. Nah. Don't worry about the recruiting platform thing. Seriously, they would do misinformation and emotional stuff rather than trying to, you know, get into your psyche like this one. Ta, 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 ta. The problem is if I'm going to have like my family that I made, you know, via this, then that is I would sacrifice myself for them. Because at that point I fulfilled my thing. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one. Would you rather always be hated by those closest to you for something you didn't do, or have hurt everyone you care about but they'll never find out it was you? Fuck 'em! Would you rather sleep with your worst enemy or sleep with someone you know has many incurable PTSD? I would really much would love to fuck my enemy in the ass. I would actually enjoy that. Even though I'm a normal guy, you know, not homosexual and thing. I would really fucking enjoy that dominant position over that fucker. So yeah, would you rather only eat food you don't like or give up all liquids except for... You know, like how I actually do? Sorry, I'm already drinking only water. This is very American. This is very American. Would you rather always listen to music at max volume? No. Or always listen to music just above the lowest volume? I would rather not have my hearing lost, nor become my brother. Would you rather meet your hero and find out that they don't like you, or never meet your hero at all? I would never meet my fucking hero because I don't have them. Would you rather never have a pet for the rest of your life, or never have friends for the rest of your life? I choose pets. They are things that, you know, not that important than actual fucking people. I think this is like trying to disconnect you from all usual connections one have in life and justify revenge, self-doubt as self-pity. Not really. Like, if they do that, revenge, self-doubt and self-pity, what is going to happen is suicide, not recruiting somebody to, you know, your cause. You actually need to put your does it start with a P? Your rhetoric, sorry, it starts with a R. So they need to actually put the rhetoric in there. Like, if they are conscripting people to go against certain government, they actually want that government things to be exposed to the viewer. Very gently, like, you know, a drip at a time. But just asking them their how they would do in certain situations is not going to make them into emotional stages. Like, if you want to emotionally manipulate somebody, you are not going to ask questions, or if you do them very sparsely, and instead you are going to tell them stuff. Like, if I want to tell you about how insignificant you are, I'm just going to tell you that I don't know if you have noticed, but there is 7 billion people around and there is only one of you. What can you do against those 7 billion people? Not much. Now to you. What is your life worth against those 7 million people? Even just 100 of them. 100 people, you can build a fucking house in within days. What about you? Can you build a fucking house in a day? No. Can you build it in 100 days? No. It would take probably way too much time for you to actually build it, and it's not even a bother. You shouldn't bother with it. Okay. My speaking skills are not the best, but I think you can understand the gist of it. If not, please tell. Okay, I just wonder how this ends. Me too! And how long does it end? Because we are 15 minutes over the thing. Damn! Would you rather live in excruciating pain for the rest of your life, or live pain-free, but everyone you know and love will live excruciating pain? I will take the fucking thing. Like, the problem is I'm already kinda in pain constantly because of my back from the thingamajig. The car accident. So it's not nothing new to me. I can speak sometimes. So I would go for the pain. That's something I know I can take. Thank you for answering my questions, but we are not in your non-existent face. For we have made it through many categories except for one. Just don't kill yourself, please. Would like to see more of your streams then. Watch me later. I usually stream, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., 1 p.m., sorry. Sometimes later. Currently doing Dying Light and these. There are going to be 2 more streams after this. Tomorrow and the day after that. But yeah. Also, no, I'm never going to kill myself unless I'm in a very bad position. Not emotionally, but as in physically. These final questions will be from deep within. I want to see your soul. And I want to see your face and possibly your butt. I want to see your heart beat quicken. Your heartbeat, which should be a singular word, quicken. I want to learn all that you know. Where are the rhymes? I want to see what makes you think. I want to know what makes you tick. I want to know your darkest truths. Like when I want to paprika somebody. What I told you in the first installment. Crowned destiny guy without a face. If you could choose to have no face but a crown, or a face but no crowns, what would you choose? Which is actually a good question. It would show you the answerers thought about their own self versus how they want to present themselves, because a crown is a item of authority, whilst your face is a mirror to yourself. It's a part of yourself. So that question is actually deep. Yay, I can do deep questions as well. It's definitely not because I actually looked into psychology as a hobby and stuff. Anyway, I want to expel the truth from yourself. I want to feed on your precious fate. I want to learn all you love and bathe in your hate. So one last time we sit together as we await the final revelation. There are the last questions I have, the last examination. Your rhymes suck, by the way. Take your time, do think hard, savor every moment dearly. For when I am finally finished with you, you will see it all ever so clearly. And here we go. Sorry, I had to. It was mandatory. Do you ever lie to those who are closest to you? Sometimes, yes. Have you ever hurt someone whom you know didn't deserve it? Yes. It happened. It was an accident, and sometimes it wasn't. Have you ever lost your temper when you know you shouldn't have? Always! I'm kinda a temperamental guy. Have you ever intentionally hurt an animal? Yes, I intentionally hurt them, I intentionally kill them, I intentionally eat them afterwards. Sometimes I felt bad afterwards, sometimes I felt my hunger sated. Have you ever blamed someone for something that you know they didn't do? Well, that is kind of a tricky question because I did frame somebody. Not in a legal situation, and I think it was in fucking middle school, high school, because we don't have middle school. We have a proper school system: grade school, high school, college. And if you don't have money for college, which you definitely won't because you live in fucking Hungary, then you are going to have 1 to 3 years of OKE, which are 1 year courses of something. I have a course in pénzügyi intézet, which I don't know the English name of. It's a low-key accountant, and I had a half year in accountant, but I didn't finish the studies because we needed money immediately. Okay, so yes, that happened, kinda. I guess framing is the same thing. Have you ever abandoned a pet? That haven't happened. I never abandoned a pet. There was a time when I went to, well, basically where I live now, during Christmas, and left our pets at home, but they were supposed to be looked after and not killed with their fucking, the thing that, you know, is on their neck that keeps them from moving too much. The leash, yeah. That was a whoopsie. That was also a thing that I earned my wrath. For the neighbors, because I know that it was them. Have I pressed the no or the yes? Fug. Have you ever abandoned a loved one in their time of need? That actually never happened. Actually. I think. Fuck no, it actually happened. Yeah, my father was calling me on their deathbed and I wasn't there. Yeah, whoops. I should give more thoughts to these answers. Whoopsie! Have you ever stolen something from someone that you cared about? Well, I stole one Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card from my best friend, so I guess yeah. He didn't want to fucking trade! So I went the discreet route. I'm a terrible person. Anyway, have you ever broken something to spite someone that you cared about? If I broke something semi-intentionally, that's because I'm in rage and not to make them feel worse, but for me to feel better, because I like breaking stuff. So I guess that's a no. Have you ever played the victim in a situation and you hadn't even been wronged? Very good question that I don't remember. The answer for? Nah. I very few times play the victim because I usually play the fucker who retaliates. So the times I actually had to play, I was kinda like in high school we tried to get the local school tyrant, very big these quotation marks, because he wasn't as bad as, you know, like in America or England they would be. He was not necessarily aggressive but abrasive, and he tried to use his physical advantage over people. Sometimes he went as far as to try to make fights, but guess what? In Hungary, the teachers sometimes don't look after the children, but most times they do. And the school I went was an average school, so the teachers actually did their job, and if they saw a fucking fight, they went in the middle immediately and broke it up and took both of the sides and went about how it's a bad thing to fight. So I guess that's a no. Have you ever had a romantic feelings of someone who wasn't your partner while you were in a relationship? No. My relationships ended in bed. Have you ever wished for the death of someone you have wronged? I want to paprika somebody. Have you ever wished for the death of a loved one? Yes, when I was a kid, I wished that my father would die because he decided to get drunk for no apparent reason. And well, he didn't manage to actually beat my mother, but he was very fucking aggressive and took both me and my brother to pull them apart. And sadly, my father wasn't drunk enough to be very disoriented, but was drunk enough to, you know, be an asshole. So yeah, afterwards it was very hard to deal with him, and it's not even that part, but the day next he actually remembered everything and didn't feel guilty about it. He thought that he was in the right. Like, so much so that he put it in our face, called us out, and kinda used his fatherly authority to, you know, just berate us in general. So yeah, that and everything that happened before that kinda made me think about doing something in the night. So yeah, that actually happened. I deeply regret that though. Even just the think of it. I didn't do anything, of course. Nor do I say anything, but I would rather not have dealt with that situation, to be entirely honest. If you knew that writing someone's name on a piece of paper would instantly cause their death, would you draw down anyone's name? Paprika. Do you feel like you could spend more time with your loved ones than you currently do? I'm literally living with them. Have you ever owed somebody an apology but refused to apologize to them? Well, if I owe an apology to my enemies, fuck 'em. If I owe an apology to anybody else, I usually do, sometimes immediately. Because I know I'm temperamental and say stuff and do stuff and get into fights. And afterwards I know that I did the stupid. So I'm quick to apologize. But to my enemies, no, fuck 'em. Even if I did the wrong and did they the right. Even if they did the right and I did the wrong, fuck 'em, I'm not going to apologize. So I guess that's a yes. Do you ever regret worrying too much about things you can't control? Regretting to worry about it? No. Not even worry about it too much? Nah. Do you ever feel like your negativity brings other people down? I think there is a friend of me that gets down occasionally. More than occasionally when they are talking to me, so I guess that's true. Do you ever regret not standing up for yourself when you feel you've been wronged? Have it ever happened that I didn't stand up for myself? Back in school, I guess. Like, my thinking was, if I get into a fight, even if I could win, the other party would say that I was the aggressor and I would get out of school. Because no matter where would we fight, that's out of school immediately. Because of this we didn't get into fights, but I let myself be berated and belittled and, you know, made into a small little animal. But the problem is, if I would stand up for myself, that would probably result in a fight because the other party was very stupid. And would probably think with their balls, which I also think they don't exist. Haven't seen them. And it would have got myself into a very bad situation, because if I would get out of that school on the terms of fighting, I would not get into any proper school. I would get into the bad schools, and that wouldn't have been good for my anything, basically. My mental health, my education, my physical health, possibly. Yeah, nah. Where else could I have stand up for myself? So yeah, I'm not regretting it, I don't like it, but I know that I did the right thing back in the day. Do you ever feel like you let others influence your decisions, decision making too much? No, I think about decisions way too much. Except when I don't. And others actually, when somebody says something that would influence me, I usually go cynic, and even though I know that they are right, I go in the mentality that they are wrong and try to argue that way, you know. Trying to find arguments to find if the other side of the spectrum would be valid. Which led me into fucking arguments that I should not have made. But yeah, I don't think other people are making impact on my decision making too much. Do you ever wish that you lived more honest life? Not really, to be perfectly honest. When I lied, I either had to or I was way too young to, you know, do anything else. There wasn't a lie that got me into trouble, to be perfectly honest. Has your dishonesty ever caused someone else to suffer? I actually don't know. I mean, I framed somebody, but I don't know if they suffered for it. I mean, define suffer, because that is a strong word for me. Being slightly inconvenienced is not something you suffer, for example. And I know for a fact that unless something happened back in their home, they didn't get much of a punishment for it. So yeah, suffering is a strong word, so I don't think people suffer from my dishonesty. Have you ever had someone leave your life before you had a chance to tell them something important? Yeah, there was somebody that left life before I could tell them something very important. Some things very important, have more talks with them in general. There are a few people like that, yes. Do you ever feel like you prioritize people in life that are unworthy of your time? Sadly, yes. I'm paying too much attention to fucking internet trolls. Too much. Do you ever feel like you prioritize your own wants before those who need you most? Because it's an ever feel question, I'm going to say yes, because sometimes I do. Do you ever feel like you spend too much time working towards something that you are not truly passionate about? Back in the day when I was working in the factory, yes. Because I was working for something that is useless to me. We were making ATMs and those self-serving kiosks that if we would try to use in Hungary, the gypsies would break into them immediately and steal everything. So I did something that is not going to be used by me, but Westerners who have first proper, you know, police, proper law enforcement, and also who themselves don't do much crimes because they are in a better life situation. But nowadays, when I do whatever the fuck I want, nah. Do you ever feel like you're living up to your full potential? Nah, not yet. Maybe later, but not yet. Do you ever let your fears stop you from pursuing things that... Yes! Fears stopping you from doing stuff you want is something that is natural and also a good thing if your fears are actually based on something. Like, beforehand, I tried to get into the stock market with my life savings. Guess what? Every fucking internet stockbroker provider thingamajig, like eToro, Trading 212, what's the other one? Robinhood, they all fucking scammers. And if I want to do the proper channel through the fucking Budapest Stock Agency, guess what? The Budapest Stock Agency don't have fucking foreign stuff in it that is actually worthwhile. The Hungarian stock market sucks. You cannot make a living out of it unless you have a fuck ton of reserves. Savings. And even then, it's pretty weird. You usually do it in foreign things. So yeah, I kinda let my fears stop for me to pursuing stuff. Because guess what? These fears are based. If I would do the thing, I would suck the dick. Have you ever refused to try something because you were afraid that you would fail? I mean, try something? No. See that I couldn't do something for a long time or for a lot effort, yes, that indeed happened quite a lot actually, like the previous example I told you about. Fucking headset, stay! And now it's going down immediately. Yay. So yeah, that's a no. Have you ever been attracted to someone but refused to let them know because you are afraid of being rejected? That's also a no. I kinda almost immediately go to somebody if I find them attractive and I want to do the deed. But obviously I'm not going to say, hi, I want sex. Give sex, please. Sex, so yes, please. Like that weird Japanese music video. But if I find somebody attractive and I want to, you know, have a talk with them, I'm going to go there and have a talk with them and, you know, do the scouting. Do you ever feel as though you are chasing the wrong things in life? Not really. I mean, I'm not chasing things that I don't like. And if I'm chasing somebody, that inherently is not wrong because I like it. So, that's a no. Do you ever feel like you spend so much time planning for the future that you ignore the present? Not anymore. Do you ever feel your friends and family like you more than you like them? Don't think so. Maybe the opposite. Have you ever loved a pet more than your family? That's a no. I loved my pets sometimes. Okay, love is a strong word because you love things that you want to have the sex with, in my opinion, because love is a form of attraction, a combination of attraction, finding somebody positive personality, and obviously liking somebody. And because of that, I think if you are not, you know, want to have the relationship with the one you love, you don't love them. Straight up. Platonic love is a stupid Greek thing. Basically. Anyway, so... do you ever make up excuses to get out of going to an event instead of just telling the person who invited you that you just don't want to go? Have I done that? Well, there was things. Events that my friends made, and I indeed skipped a lot of them. But to be perfectly honest, it's not was because I was making up excuses, but because I was in work, either literally at the same time or beforehand, and I was tired. I don't think I made up excuse. If I did, I'm a worse person and I am also a liar currently. So I think that's a no. Do you ever feel like you spend more time with technology than you... My brother is playing thing! Shush now, get away. Anyway, do you ever have technology than you do building stronger bonds with your friends and family? That's kinda yes, indeed. I am a gaming chair potato. Have you ever defended someone that you shouldn't have? Accidentally, yes. Do you sometimes have hard times admitting when you are wrong? All the fucking times, actually. I usually admit I'm wrong after the argument happened. Do you ever place the blame for your personal failures on someone or something else? Yes, that happens also a few times. Have you ever accused someone of something with no real evidence to back it up? Always! Most of the times you don't have the luxury of evidence. Have you ever had the sasso with someone whom you know shouldn't have? Don't think so. Have you ever had any kind of relationship with someone who you know you shouldn't have? I once again did not really do the relationships more than a night. For more than a night. Or a very turbulent afternoon, to be perfectly honest. Have you ever let a relationship degrade because you were afraid of being the one to break up with somebody? Once again, that's kind of a thing I could have done. Do you ever feel like you could take better care of your own health? Yeah, yeah. Have you ever let someone else take the blame for something that you did? As in, they actually take the blame? Because I did do the opposite, but I don't remember if somebody else did the opposite for me. I kinda have some experience forming. Maybe it was Adam. Very foggy, but I think it actually happened once, so I'm going with the yes. Have you ever acquired something that you didn't really want just because someone else has wanted it? That, no. If I acquire something, I usually do it because I want it. And I want a lot of things. Do you ever feel like you are not living up to others' expectations? That's definitely a thing. Have you ever walked out of someone's life without any explanation? Does not answering to random internet trolls count? Well, I would need to walk into their lives beforehand, so no. Once again, this is a strong thing, and I don't think I have done something strong like this. Do you ever feel like you focus more on the negative aspects of your life and what you don't have rather than being grateful for what you have? Yes, I am a human being. I bitch and I rarely say I'm happy. Have you ever witnessed someone being wronged but didn't have the courage to stand up for them? I guess I saw a beating and it's not like courage, it's more like care for them. Yeah, because it's courage, I'm going to go for no. Because there were times when I just didn't have somebody, even they deserved it. Because I could not fucking care about them. Like, there was three guys, possibly semi-mafia, or at least guys who think they are mafia, beating up a slightly bigger guy who was kinda aggravating them, not gonna lie. Aggravating? Something like that, anyway. So they kinda beat him, not even to a pulp, just kinda, get him on the ground, kick him a few times, and then stand around him whilst he's down there and doing nothing until they go away. And I just looked up them, had a good look, and went back home to Faptolovis. Anyhow. But because it's courage and not, care, I'm going for the no this one. And also I'm going to drink a little bit. And finally, fuck yes! Do you feel like you are a good person? I a lot of times say that I'm not a good person. I don't say I'm not going to say that I'm a bad person. I think I'm in between. Very interesting. That concludes the ending to your examination. In your mind, I have dug myself a hole. I will analyze your answers very carefully, and now it's time for me to gaze into your soul. This is preposterous. This simply cannot be. I have extracted every potential outcome, but yours seem to have evaded even me. What? I was prepared to tell you your fate, to play upon your fear, to break the worst of news for you, to plant seeds of doubt within your ear. But because I know that this is a uplifting kind of game, like the previous ones try to tell you to uh, do stuff, to have your morale high and shit, I think this is a play here. So I don't think I did a combination that they were actually not prepared for, but more like they are just doing this to make myself think high of make me think high of myself. But as I've asked you to be honest with me, I must in turn be just as honest with you. For as much as I wish to lie, I am forever sucker to the truth. From what I can detect from deep within, from everything you shared with me, in return I shall share this with you. This is what I see. Alright, this is fairly interesting. You are among the rare few people who have an incredible amount of untapped potential. Every motivational poster that I don't have in my house, and you are not using this potential to your advantage. What? Where did that come from? I actually want to know where the fuck did that come from. I think you need to take a hard look at what you invest your time into and ask yourself if it's really truly worth it. Most of the time it's no, but I like doing it. Consider how limited your time actually is in life. Oh, it's like from the previous one because it started with, oh, you need to be very conservative with your time and do stuff that is actually matter. Because you don't have much time and you don't know when you are going to end. Ooh. But sadly, the thing is, people live and people die. And this time management thing, very nice on paper, but if you don't just live, you are not going to live. And if you haven't lived, your death is insignificant. Deep truth! Deep truth! Very deep, very truth, yes. I can do the bullshittery too, see? Anyways. Considering how limited your time actually is in life, are you doing everything you can to accomplish your goals before your time inevitably runs out? Because I don't think you are, and I think you know that. I actually do. I could, look for an actual job, but I won't, because I want to do the thing I want. Because I'm selfish. And childlike like that. The only reason I'm telling you this is because it's what you need to hear, you say. Also, I'm not going to hear it. Well, I'm going to hear it, but I'm going to read it first. You could be doing such amazing things, but you aren't spending time focusing on using those things to your advantage or improving them enough. You got a natural crack, some real raw power for talent, you say. There is no such thing as talent, you are working for everything. Yeah. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole anyway, so. But you are either not working hard enough to harness it, or you're spending your time improving the wrong aspects of your life. And you feel that deep down. Or like this high up because I fucking know myself. My advice to you is to spend time thinking about where you are going to end up in the next 10 years if you continue the path you are currently on now. Either the same where I am or even worse, possibly. Possibly. But after taking so much fucking risk and not having anything else, I'm going to take the last fucking risk. Trying to have my dream. Or my semi-dream. Is it a bad thing if your dream is not, being the fucking god of this universe, but just having a, happy life? Even at certain costs. Like, everything has its cost, so does life. Why does your dream have to be something grandiose? Seriously. To be perfectly honest, I love this. When I'm my own boss, when I do my own timetable, it's nice. It is what I wanted to do, and this is what I'm going to do. Seriously. So even if it's not going to be something useful, something worthwhile for society or just even myself, why bother? I like this. I'm happy now. Back in the day, I was fucking depressed. When I was doing the fear walkthroughs, you can see... you can see my words. No. You can hear how I construct my sentences, how I do my voice, how I make my voice. I can speak. I can also drink to not have my fucking sore throat. What was I talking about? Yeah, back in the few fear walkthroughs, you can say that I was a depressed man. I was working in the fucking factory. It was kinda slowly killing me. Not just emotionally, but as in physically. It was fucking up my back that was hurt from the car accident. But now that I'm sitting most of the time or spending time in bed, I know that I'm going to have my physical capabilities to their fullest, as much as I can. I could be more healthy, like, you know, do more exercises, but I don't know how to do them without hurting myself, so that's a thing. But emotionally, mentally, I wasn't better in my life, in the entirety of my life. I am fucking free now. So yeah, I don't give a fuck about your things, to be perfectly honest. You game, you low-key psychological game that is kinda just spewing out shit based on the ones and zeros instead of actual fucking psychological analysis. But yeah. I don't know what I was going with this sentence, so I'm going to finish it. Oh yes, 10 years continue, yada. I don't give a fuck wherever I will be 10 years, I will be done in 10 years. And I'm not saying that I don't give about the passage of time, I just don't give about where will I be in that passage of time. Because I will be somewhere either way. And wherever I be, I will be able to do myself. Which is not much, but it's me. Even if you envision anything other than pure contentment and happiness at the end of that 10-year road, then you need to start walking down a different road. Pure contentment and happiness. Bitch, you know how fucking people live. Pure contentment and happiness is nothing that you can achieve straight up. Unless you do drugs. Or you are very lucky. Yes, there are some very lucky people out there. But pure contentment and happiness. That's no bad thing happening to you. That's not realistic. Motivational poster is what you are. 3-hour-long motivational poster. Which cost me fucking $1.7. Round about that. 1.6. Once you figure out this part out, you are going to be a hell of a lot happier in life. How? I actually ask you, how the fuck can I be happier than this? Seriously. And I think you can already feel the truth in that. No, I'm constantly refuting you. Nah. And I'm saying this after having a very low episode because geopolitical bullshit happened in place. And here I am smiling. And it's not even fake. This is so stupid that it makes me fucking smile. Okay, not stupid, but like this. Blinders on your eyes. I think you will be very surprised just how much of a positive impact this can have on your life going forward. I hope this information helps you achieve your goals, because I'm a motivational poster if it doesn't happen. I have nothing to do in my life. I failed, and I don't want to fail on each other. Your secret word is multiple words. Oh, prospect, no. Just it lacks a fucking period afterwards. So yeah, prospect. Remember this word, this will come in handy. When? This is the end of the thing. If you received an ending that you already received before from your previous examinations, remember, we did not ask your secret words prior to taking this test. So that should be very telling. It means something very special, and if your result was the same as something you got previously, we'd like you to add the phrase twin words next to your secret word in the comments. If you received an entire new outcome, then that means you got multiple layers of things to work on your journey, or you may just have an extra layer of depth to your personality, or I may have lied. That is also an option, but you that you should be there. But only you will know the answer to that. But yeah, actually that is a properly constructed sentence, but in Hungarian it's not like that I want to put the U afterwards, because I kind of construct my sentences that way. By the way, Hungarian sentence making. Don't give a fuck, just say things. English sentence making. After this it comes this, and then that, and then that, and then that, and if you fuck up the order, it's not going to make sense. Fuck you! Easiest language by us. You answered hundreds of questions. You found deeper meanings, supposedly. You've been enlightened, very supposedly, and you've helped others find enlightenment. I very much doubt that. X. Many people have wondered just the test series is truly about. It's a motivational poster. But it's simple. The answers are always so much more simple than we believe them to be. The test is about you! Shallow as fuck is what you are. The reflection in your darkened screen, the one who seeks the answers. Heh, I'm not actually reflected. Not even a little bit. The person who seeks the answers. More than being about the answers, the test is more about the questions. It's about making you think. It's about making you do content on Twitch and YouTube. It's about encouraging you to open up and admit that you are human. Yes, I fucking am. Just as human as everyone else. Except the dogs, they are not human. The test is about unity. Especially because it was made in Unity. No, it wasn't. It was made in one of the RPG Maker things. The test is about compassion. The test is about bringing people together and showing the world that we are not so different after all. Except we are. Look at all the secret words that have been left in the comments. Look at all of... No, I'm not going to look at all of them. There is a fuck ton of them. Look at all the thousands of people who are just like you. We all feel so lonely sometimes. We all feel flawed. We all feel pain. But that's because every single one of us is human. I think animals can feel those as well, but details. The world judges one another based on so many variables, but they are the most hypocritical set of variables imaginable. You say that? We judge each other and are judged ourselves by our peers who do the same exact shit, and they judge us for in the end. Are you below the age of 20, or are you in college right now, dear developer of this game? And that we judge them and that we judge them for too. You feel flawed because you are flawed. Yes. You feel afraid because you have the right to be, of course. You feel overwhelmed because the world is overwhelming. Bitch! Of course, yes! Are you feeling like a sage right now? You are just saying basic stuff. Like I did beforehand. Mainly to fucking mock you. Depression is overwhelming. Anxiety is overwhelming. Our problems are overwhelming. Suicide is an epidemic. So is COVID. We are losing loved ones before their time, and any of us can fall on their hardest times in our lives at any given moment. We can lose everything we know and love instantly and unexpectedly, like when a geopolitical thing happens in your country. But one thing that we are not is alone, especially when you live with your fucking parents. You are never alone. We are all flawed because we are all human. We are all scared because we are all human. We all fight these battles every single day because we are all human, and if we wouldn't be human, we wouldn't battle. We would just fucking die. And that should be followed by like animals, but no, animals do the same fucking thing. You are not saying stuff that is just human. This is just life in general, you know, for everything. But you never have to feel alone in your fight. Look at all of the secret words that have been gathered and that match yours. I haven't found any single one. Look at all of the words that don't match yours. Perhaps those people are going through struggles that you have yet to experience or know nothing about. Perhaps some others know not yours either. But don't judge those who are struggling. I'm judging you because you're just spewing shit. Help them. Be altruistic. Do society thing. Which are, once again, are usually positive, but they're also shallow as fuck. Just as you would wish to be helped in your time of need. Don't be afraid to ask for help and reach out to those who are. Everyone is suffering. Yes, everyone is suffering. There are no people who have not suffered at all. No. Especially ones that live in fucking palaces. Some of us just suffer quieter than others. We are all in this together. The test series has helped bring so many people together and make so many people feel less alone. You claim so? We've read your comments, and others are free to do as well. We read about how these games helped you. We read about how much positivity they spread. Have you read about the negativity? By the way, I saw a few of those as well. We read how many people say that their lives are forever changed, and I tell you one thing. If even one life was saved in the process of this social experiment, then it was worth conducting, and every single one of you that left a comment is a hero. I'm a hero! By leaving comments, you help spread the message out to others. You have spread positive light in a very dark time for so many people, and those people, you have to thank you for it. Yes, they have to thank me for it. I want the thank yous. Praise me. There are so many people in this world who do nothing for others, and they'll continue to do nothing for others. They won't lift a finger to help others around them because they don't understand that someone is suffering just as much as they are. They are just too afraid to open up about it. But not us. We all opened up quite a lot, haven't we? Yes, I told you my deepest secrets because I don't have secrets. That's kind of a thing of me. We were brave enough to answer these questions that so many people fear admitting to. So many of us probably lied to. Maybe I did. Maybe we were wrong. You could give wrong answers about yourself because you don't necessarily know yourself. People who do are blessed. People who don't are cursed. We were brave enough to take a chance and leave a secret word as a symbol of our participation. And for that, Random Soldiers would like to thank you by not only placing your name in the credits at the end of this game, so the world knows of your good deeds in spreading the word and participating and buying our games and giving us money. But we also got another surprise for you. Everyone who has left a comment on our titles and continues to do so on the future titles will be put into the credits of our new massive project. You say that every fucking time, you little fucker. I am positively sure that my name is not going to be placed in the previous titles. Seriously. This is not something that you should be proud of that you are doing or telling us to do and have us feel happy about it. This is literally just a thing that I find after you have done it. I am looking at the fucking messages of not necessarily dead people, but you know, things of past. The project, the massive project you are working on, is probably done this time. We will also be going through and selecting names from those who leave comments on our titles and putting their names right into the actual game and storyline. Whether it be a special item, a piece of lore, or a character named after them, and much more. Now, as far as your secret words go, your secret words will play a pivotal role in our new project that is probably done already. You will plug your secret words into different parts of your journey when they are requested, and you and they will alter the game in a way uniquely set for your specific words. This is an RPG where every choice matters, where every decision you make changes something about your session. You say that like everybody else before you. This is an RPG that focuses on every human emotion and the decisions we make and how those decisions make us feel. Keep an eye out in the future for a mage project Chasing Demons. I'm going to check that out. Maybe immediately. Where every NPC from all of our titles will be represented with a storyline and the world will get to see how they tie in together. You have to shape it. You have to make it what it is. And we will be sure to continue to add more and more players into the lore and gameplay as we read more and more of the comments left on our titles and weigh up until its official release. And again, to commemorate those who participated across our titles, we will be periodically selecting names from all of our titles. Thank you so much for everything you've done for us and everything you continue to do for the world. Take the secret word that was assigned to you, which is not a secret because you're fucking sharing it, at the end of your session and leave it in a comment for us. We will be selecting some of you. You just said it twice already. Don't be afraid, this is an opportunity for you to be a part of you already said this in the previous ones. We greatly appreciate your feedback and support. We read every single review I dub, so you have thousands. And you are like 12 guys. 12? No, sorry, 8. And comment left for us. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for everything you do. Thank you for playing and thank you for contributing your sacrifice projects. A word from the developers. If any of these games even save that means you are part of that. You are a part of saving someone else. Most people will live their entire lives never having done something special like that. Even if you do but you find anything useful in yourself, the test series just by you spreading the word, you've helped others who do find something beneficial. I read your shit already. I stopped caring. You took 3 hours of my time. I give no fucks anymore. Stop with the words, I don't give a damn. Ugh. Keep a hold of your sacrifice, you are gonna need them when you are chasing demons. Yeah, chasing demons, what was my secret word? Prospect. I will write the prospect down because I'm going to forget it. And And also the chasing demons thing. Because I'm also going to forget that. Because I'm a very forgetful person. I will peel the fruit from your flesh like petals from a blackened rose. She loves me. The fuck? Don't do this. She loves me not. She loves me. Please, I beg of you. She loves me not. God. She loves me. She loves me not. She will never love a monster like you. Biatch. So let her choice take its toll. And in her cell, may she rot. Ha! You are so shallow. Feel free to check out our other titles, the titles under our other games section if you wish to support us further. Test, the horror scope, confession, twins, the summoning story, the snake news, blah. That's going to be a no. And there we go. Finished. It took us more than 3 hours. Fuck you. Not you, viewer, the game developer. Way too fucking long. Just to make a fucking motivational poster out of it. Now I feel cheated. Now I feel that the money I spent on this wasn't worth it. But anyways, that's gonna be it for today, folks. I'm going to leave my secret word for them because they asked for it and I'm not going to be an asshole. I'm also going to leave my secret word of the previous title because I forgot. Next we are going to have both Dying Light and another game from this studio. Hopefully it's not going to be like this one. But otherwise, yeah. Thank you for watching. I was Zolanius, and I'm hoping to see you back in my den with a portal to a new dimension. Oh. Bye.